I think, there's something about the threshold of the church. And now the threshold of the church could come in all sorts of different ways. It could be in a coffee shop. It could be in lots of different ways. But there's something about the threshold of a church building. I think it takes a brave person to walk into a church building on their own nowadays. It just takes absolute bravery. And that is why we need to move from just calling ourselves welcoming to welcoming and inviting. So this is the reason that people give as to why they're not going to be doing any inviting. It's fear. And it gets stated in all sorts of different ways. Now, biblically, could this be correct? When God calls us to do something, can we see fear in our biblical characters? Well, I think we can. Fear appears to be part and parcel of taking a step of faith somewhere along the line. Look, even if it's not causing all of the problems, it is a major issue that we need to actually face and deal with. So how would you help a congregation that is showing fear whenever we get into a missional situation? Well, maybe we need to remind ourselves, doesn't God say, don't be afraid? It's as if God was anticipating that this was going to be a real battleground area for the church. Don't be afraid. Every time an angel appears, it's fear not, calm down, relax, it's going to be okay. I think don't be afraid is probably one of the greatest good news stories we are yet to deliver to our generation. It is a brilliant good news story. Don't be afraid. It is absolutely gorgeous. You see, on its own it's gorgeous. It's absolutely kind of fantastic, but it's not on its own, because it's don't be afraid, for I am with you. I know whenever there's fear around, so is God. And it's somehow we've lost the presence of God when we are afraid. I think it's okay, by the way, to feel afraid. I think we need to have a better relationship with fear than we presently do right at this moment. I think it's okay to feel afraid. I just don't think it's okay to be afraid. I think there's a difference between the two. Our stress response tells us, it prepares us to face that which we are afraid of. It's a God-given thing. Of course we're going to feel afraid. It's just we don't want fear dictating how we live our lives. This is a discipleship issue. This is plainly a discipleship issue.